Thank you for joining this training. Mindy Bartley, the Eastern Regional Processing Training Manager, will cover other data entry for processors during this session. We would like to advise that this training is for data entry into FT360 before a file has been submitted for initial underwriter review. Please remember, once a file has been decisioned by an underwriter, no data in the 1003 should be changed by the branch, and no updated AUS should be run by the branch without direct authorization from your underwriter. Remember to follow your AUS findings and/or your underwriting conditions document assets in your file. Any additional non-required asset documentation that is located in the file will be reviewed by the underwriter and may result in additional conditions.
Let's move on to proceeds from sale of real estate. So we're going back to Forms 1003, page 2. We're going to open up our Show All VOD tab and add a new verification account for proceeds from sale of real estate. Again, we're going to choose who the VOD is for. We can add our property address here that is being sold. And then I usually like to add a little note here, proceeds sale of real estate. And then in the depository comment, we're going to communicate with our underwriter when this property is closing. So for instance, if you should have a closing date, you'd want to add your closing date there. But it's especially important to let your underwriter know if this is going to be a simultaneous closing with the subject property. Okay. If it's a simultaneous closing with the subject property, then your borrower is going to sell their existing home, taking the net proceeds from that home and using those funds to purchase the new home that they're financing with PRMG. So it's important that the underwriter knows if that is happening so that they, again, know how to properly condition you for your sale of home. The account type, in the dropdown, we're going to choose net proceeds from real estate assets. Clicking in the account and name of column, leave the account number blank, and then put the net proceeds in the balance section. So maybe they think they're going to be netting about $50,000. And then you would typically need a copy of the executed contract for sale and a preliminary CD from the title company or closing agent who's handling that transaction to show the approximate net proceeds to the seller. If the simultaneous closing is happening with our subject property, then your underwriter will typically condition you for the executed CD at closing, along with proof that the funds have transferred. So that is how you handle proceeds from sale of real estate. What if you have some other type of liquid asset? Then we're going to add a new verification. Again, we're going to choose who the VOD is for. Say it's for borrower account. In the name section, you can go ahead and type in what type of asset it is. Maybe it's bonus. Maybe it's a bonus check from the employer. In the depository comments, again, you do need to explain to your underwriter approximately when it's coming. Bonus check expected to be deposited. Let's say it's going to be deposited 11/15. And then, of course, pending updated bank statement or transaction history showing the new balance with the bonus check deposited. Account type, you can choose other liquid asset. And then the amount of the expected bonus check. Maybe it's $1,000 and they're using it for cash to close. It's extremely important that you cross-check the 1003 page 3 cash from borrower line. In our example, we need approximately $80,680.28. So I know that I need at least this much verified on the 1003 page 2 liquid asset section right here. If I don't have enough funds verified to cover my estimated cash to close, then I am not ready to submit this file to an underwriter. I would need to find out where the additional assets are coming from and make sure that they are listed here in the asset section and then documented accordingly. Thank you for joining me in the short tutorial today.
Thank you for viewing this training. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your regional processing trainer or supervisor.